For those of you who are returning, welcome back. And for those who are new, thank you so much for joining my channel. My name is Shakira. You can also call me Kira. I am a necromancer, but in the Caribbean, the kind of work that I do, we call it obium. Now we're going to get into some candle readings today, and also I'm going to explain a little bit about what kind of candle work you should be doing when you're trying to achieve certain kind of magic. So with that being said, thank you so much. You can join my Patreon. I have the information in the description box below. I also have my social medias just in case you want to follow me. And I also have a podcast as well, which you can go ahead and view. All of that is going to be in the description box. If you want a reading, my website, whatever the case is, it'll all be there for you. But let's get into this today. For those who do not have a mentor, those who are unsure where to start, those who are pretty much like me, I am a lone wolf. I love just practicing alone, even though there are times that I may go to a house or a ritual or some kind of gathering or celebration to do something. I typically like to practice most of my work alone. When I'm doing healing, when I'm doing candle work for others, whatever the case is, it's all me. But how did I get here? How did I know how to do this? It was a lot of trial and error. It was a lot of education. It was a lot of reading. It was a lot of pretty much messing around and finding out in order for me to know exactly what to do and how to do it. So I'm going to teach you what kind of candle work you should be doing, how to read a candle, and kind of like trial and error how to fix something. I do have a few candles or some velas that I had burned doing work. I also do work for other people as well. People will come to me, contract me to typically remove stuff. That's typically when people come to me, is when they need something removed, they need some healing. But I'm going to tell you to do it how you can do it by yourself. Nothing too heavy. There is one candle work one candle working that I have brought that is my favorite candle working to do. And when I teach other people how to do it, I like to coach them through it because it is something that you will get a little bit of kickback when you do it, especially if you don't know what you're doing. It can be rough when you first start, right? But so I'm going to try to help you troubleshoot when you're like, well, what kind of candle should I use when something starts happening, right? When this is happening, okay, when your velas are looking like this, when your candles are looking like this, when you're doing protection magic and it looks like this, when you're doing money magic and it looks like this, okay? This is letting you know that you have some work, you have some obstacles, you have something working against you, okay? If you are doing protection, this is letting you know your protection has been compromised. Look at this soot. So the thing is, this is compared to some other stuff that I have seen before where it was like tar black, okay, going all the way down. That is bad. That is when you're like cleanse, do whatever you need to do, get an exorcism if your stuff is looking like that. But this is still pretty bad. This is not what you want to see on candle working. If you're doing protection work, pretty much at this point, you're probably having dreams that something is going on. You're probably not dreaming because you feel blocked. Things are probably going left for you at this point. This is when you started noticing, like, okay, when you start noticing this, you're like, okay, this is for a reason. I know why this is happening. This makes sense, okay? Typically, when this is happening, when you're doing protection work or money magic, there is a block. There is something that is telling you stop. You need to restart this ritual. There's some blockages. Or you need to, I always tell people, cleanse, okay? When you see stuff like this, cleanse. If you are doing money work and your money magic candle is looking like this, okay? I had also did another vela. This was a road opener. What is this telling you? There are blocks in the road, okay? This is a mixture of, you see, there's white soot. And there's also, you always want to see the white smoky soot. That's always a good sign. But this black stuff at the top is letting me know, guess what? There were blocks in the road. This was the Abre Camino. There were blocks in the road. There was something that was blocking that needed to be removed, okay? When you see this, what do you have to do after that? You have to burn another candle. You have to do the work. But when you're seeing this, right, when your candles start looking like this, whether you're doing Abra Camino, whether you're doing protection, this is letting you know something is wrong. You need to do a cleanse. After this burns out and you have a candle and it didn't explode, it didn't stop, the wick didn't melt, okay, that is good sign still. Even though you might see this and you're like, oh, I know I need to repeat it, it not exploding or cutting out in the middle, or the wick melting or disappearing in the middle of the candle, is a good sign. So with this, you would still cleanse. If you're doing protection work and you're not dreaming, you're not feeling well, you're going to do a head cleanse. If you are doing protection work and you're being attacked in your dreams, you're being hurt in your dreams, you're dreaming about the dead, the cemetery, you're going to want to do something. And I do have a video on my channel. You're going to use something stronger like Espanta Muerte. You're going to take a bath to repel the dead away from you if your protection work is being compromised, right? And this is if you are, more than likely, if you're doing that kind of work, you are a practitioner, you're doing work for other people, or whatever the case is, right? Doing Espanta Muerte, doing, bath to remove the dead away from you is something like a little bit heavier. But if your protection is compromised, you're going to use something like that. You can even bathe in like epazote or burn it and cleanse it over you like a fire. You want to cleanse yourself. You don't want to just like smoke cleanse or something. You need, excuse me. You need something a little bit stronger if your candle work is looking like this because of protection. This is like, something's wrong. Your protection is compromised. All right. If your candles are exploding and cracking and breaking and the wick is melting and you're unable to get things through, all right, that is letting you know immediately. That is letting you know you need to get an exorcism. You need to see somebody who can do an offering for you or something like that with the spirits. You need something that is going to be a little bit stronger if things are exploding. At that point, if things are exploding and you're not able to get a candle to burn straight through, or it's coming here and it's exploding at the bottom and the work is not finishing, the candle wax is and the wick is melting, and I'm talking about work that you're doing for protection or reversal or brujeria breaking, and I'm going to show you what a candle should look like successfully when you complete that kind of ritual. You should be going to see somebody at that point. Okay, don't ever feel ashamed that you got to see somebody. Don't ever feel bad that you couldn't do something yourself. Sometimes you need a little bit of help. Even I have been there, and I've been doing this for a while. Even I've been there where I had to go to somebody and I'm like, give me a chicken. I need something. Give me something. Because of the whatever work somebody had did to me was working against me or whatever. Or even typically when I do work for clients, I tend to pick up a lot of things, especially if I'm doing like remote, like hex or curse breaking. Stuff is always coming towards me in my house, whatever the case is around me. So it gets some point where you're going to have to go see somebody. You're going to have to get something. Okay. So don't ever feel bad that you can't do everything yourself. It is okay. All right. So let's say you're doing Abra Camino and your Abra Camino is burning with black soot. And you're like, what's going on? Right. Even if it burns all the way down, right? Just a tiny bit of residual, but that's because it's like a single, you can see it's just a single candle wick in here. So it's these kinds tend to leave a little bit because I have a few of them that have that at the bottom. But if you are burning your candle and you see the black set at the top, and this is a road opener, that is going to let you know there are blocks in your road. Okay, you're going to do Abra Camino back. You're also, very important, very, very important, you also want to do a brujeria breaker or rompe bloque. You're going to do something that is going to be a blockbuster. Okay, you're going to want to break it open. Whatever's going on, you want to break it open. I typically would recommend you doing a blockbuster first, and then you do your prosperity candle, because there are blocks there, right? You might end up with something like this. This is letting you know we're removing some stuff. If you want to completely completely clear your roads and get everything out, this is what you want. Okay, and look at how beautiful this burnt. This is what you want to see when you are burning your candles, that white, gray, smoky, cloudy. This is what you want to see. You're like, ah, yes, right, success. This is what success look like. And I love this one, the Blockbuster, because this one removes witchcraft, evil eye, brujeria, everything, right? This is one of my favorite candles. I'm going to show you what my favorite candle is, but this is typically if you're going to do prosperity work, if you want to, do open roads, if you're trying to get a job. I always just recommend, let's just break the blocks. Let's break whatever curse, evil eye, whatever it is, whatever we got standing in our way. Let's do this first, and then we can move to this, right? Because you don't want the black soot. You don't want that around there. You want to see that white cloudy smoke around the candle to let you know that your working was successful. Now, all right, you're doing work. You feel like you're having bad dreams. Something's really hurting you, attacking you, whatever the case is. When you have that kind of stuff going on, right? So you're doing your protection, and your protection is looking like this. And I'm not talking about just one candle, okay? I'm talking about multiple candles you're burning, and your protection is looking like this. This is letting you know your protection is down, okay? Something is wrong. You need to do something to fix it. You're going to do a reversible. This is the one reversible this is one of my favorite candles. This and the Blockbuster, okay? Because these are the one everybody talk about out of Camino. Everybody want to open roads. Everybody want to do tranquil work. Everybody want to, everybody want to do all that other stuff. I want to remove stuff and I want to send it back. I just, those are my favorite kind of working, is breaking spells and curses and hexes and jinxes. I don't know why, but I love doing that kind of work. That is my favorite. Now, this one is not that easy. It's kind of, it's you can come across it. I typically usually see just the normal reversible, the 3, but the 7 is my favorite, okay? 7 reversible. So this returns everything to sender times 7. The reason why I like this candle, okay, is because if you are somebody who does working against people, spell work, curses, hexes, jinxes against people, okay, this candle is going to blow right back up on you. This is the kind of candle that you use, that you know for a fact that if somebody's doing something to you and you want to return it back, this is, I'm saying, whether you have to get a reading, whether you cleanse yourself and then you do some divination to confirm, right? But me, typically, I know whenever somebody is doing something to harm me, to hurt me, especially towards my loved ones, I will hit them with the 7 reversible, because now I'm about to scalp you. I'm about to pull your whole wig back at this point, because 7 reversible, everything returns back to that sender times 7, okay? And I always do justice work. Everything has to be fairly just. I will not just, I don't like somebody because it's raining today, or I don't like somebody because they gave me a dirty look when I was walking in a parking lot, or I don't like the way this person said this to me. I'm not just going to waste a candle. These things are expensive. I'm not just about to waste a candle and light this on somebody because I don't like them. It doesn't work like that. If somebody is really doing something where it's like they're preying on your downfall and they're trying to hurt you and harm you, you hit them with this, and that is it. You hit them with this. Now, there is a little bit of kickback. I say that every single time. There's a little bit of kickback when you light this candle. I always recommend doing a bath, at least the first 3 days, doing a bath. And it could just be anything simple, a nice simple cleanse, because typically if you're already hitting people with this, if you're lighting this to remove something, then you already have something on you at this point. Your dreams are probably telling you at this point, obstacles in life is already probably telling you at this point that there's something on you. That is typically when I will light this. I don't just randomly, like I mentioned, I don't like the way you look at me. This is usually because it's expensive. Like, this is somebody really like putting me in a pot. They're doing something to hurt me and harm me. I'm going to hit you with the 7 reversible. I'm going to hit you because I know at the end of the day, whatever you're doing is unjust. I'm just balancing the scales back and returning everything you did so you can feel it. That's typically how I work, or how I like to work or operate. I know people who will put people in a pot or do whatever they want to do to somebody, and even though I'm definitely big on free will, you should definitely do what you feel is best, but I'm also very big on justice. So I feel like if somebody is doing something wrong to hurt you or your loved ones, or they're trying to take away your free will, your power, okay, hit them with this. But not, you don't want to do this just because somebody gave you a dirty look or you have a disagreement. I definitely feel like in the day and age of witchcraft, people tend to just throw magic at people for no reason. And I feel like that's a little, I don't know, that's a little crazy. And it could be the way I was raised, or where, people typically fight it out. Whatever happened to fighting it out, whatever happened to like adjusting it. Nowadays, everybody just want to throw somebody in a pot. They want to do this, they want to do that. They want to, they're, you're messing with someone's destiny when you do stuff like that. So typically I'm already at a point where it's like you're already doing something to me, or if I'm doing it for a client, I already got confirmation. I did divination. The spirits are telling me like, yes, you can light this for them, and I will pray and light and do this for them. And as a Santissima devotee, she loves to balance the scales when some injustice is being done. Now, one of the last candles I'm going to show you for today is called 33 Essence. This is another one of my favorite. I love seeing brujas who are very like they have rituals and they gotta dress in this and they gotta do it on this and I love seeing that because I am not one of those practitioners. I don't want to say I'm lazy, but I like to do things with a bare minimum. Okay. I don't feel like I have to buy $1,000 worth of ingredients to make something happen. I can make something happen with $10. I've done exorcisms with like tradesies. Like somebody gave me a box of crystals because they didn't have money, but they felt bad and they came empty handed. And I'm like, it's cool, whatever the case is. But I bought all the Velas. I did everything. I did all the work. I did the cleanse. But I do it with what I got. If I only have a few dollars for a candle, then I'm just going to use a few dollars for a candle and whatever herbs I have inside my kitchen. So that's why I like 33 Essence, because 33 Essences, you can literally use this candle for whatever it is. I've also noticed that particular spirit, Santa Muerte, is one of those spirits. Certain spirits like scented candles. They love the way a candle, like the smell of the candle. Candles with like incense or some kind of scent to it. So I tend to I will give these to them when I'm doing my working, or ask them to do my working with the Vela. But this one is this one has like a bunch of different things you can use it for. Literally, I'm talking about. That's why it's called 33 Essence, and it shows you in the back what you can use it for. So not only is it like you can use it specifically for those things, but it works all 33 of those things. So for this is for like lottery, business, fortune, good luck, everything. Whatever you want to use it for, whatever it's needed for, this is going to get you right. But I typically, before I'm doing any kind of manifestation, attraction, if I'm going to pull something towards me, if I'm trying to, whether it's like a career, a job, whatever it is, right? If I'm trying to get something, I'm typically going to do a removal first. You always want to do a removal. Just clear it out, right? It doesn't hurt to clear it out. Do a cleanse. Always, before you do your rituals, make sure you cleanse yourself. Taking a spiritual bath. You can also do a baking soda scrub, just baking soda, lemon, and if you have some liquor in your house, put it inside of there and do a purification ritual. Kanaga water is also very great for purification. So just do a little ritual, do a little bath before, and then you're going to do anything to remove any obstacles, and then do your working, whatever it is, just so that you're starting with a fresh slate. Because it would suck that you're burning the candle and then next thing you know you end up with this, and then now it's like, okay, well, let me remove any other obstacles and then start the ritual again, and then I have to end up doing the 33 Essence or end up doing the road opener again, because guess what, there's a slit at the top. So you always want to see, if you're doing something successfully, you want to see that cloudiness at the top. That's what you want to see. That's how you know, okay, the spell work is done. Whatever it is that I was asking for, I was manifesting, or I was trying to do, has been done. But with that being said, I appreciate y'all so much for joining my channel, for watching this video, for supporting me. It is deeply appreciated, and I love y'all. I will talk to y'all soon. Thank you so much. Mwah.